You were having an affair, Melanie, and I was keeping an eye on you. What in the...
Hold it right there. I believe in Melanie. She's not the kind of woman who would have an affair, Mom.
Oh, Seth.
There's no need to watch that video there. No, wait. Mom, please wait.
Trouble Busters!
Phew. Cleaning can be pretty hard, for real. The two intertwined bodies steaming with heat. Melanie's insatiable lust only becomes uncontrollable. Mrs. Smith, how did you get inside so suddenly? And what is this nonsense? You're filming? Please stop filming. What is that dubious narration about? My name is Melanie. I'm a full-time housewife who's been married for almost 5 years. This is Claire, my husband Seth's mother. Her hobby is abusing wives. How on earth is she going to mess with me today, I wonder? There's no point in fooling around. It is said that 30% of married women in their 30s are having an affair. An affair? You are, aren't you? I think a woman like you, who acts all timid and spineless, would be the most suspicious. I admit that I am of a timid sort, but I would never have an affair. Lying is but step one on the way to adultery. You were having an affair, Melanie, and I was keeping an eye on you. What in the... Yeah, a full-time housewife who doesn't raise children. There aren't many people in a position where it's easier to create an alibi than you are, dear. Am I wrong? It's true that I'm a full-time housewife who hasn't raised a child yet, but I'm not cheating on Seth. No one will believe you. How many dramas do you think I've watched about adulterous fiends? You better not underestimate me. Dramas? Women who cheat in these dramas are easily swayed and weak at heart, just like you. They also have very low self-esteem and tend to be emotionally unstable. Am I wrong? I'm probably right, aren't I? You are right, that's definitely true, but dramas? Are you saying that you thought I'm having an affair after watching dramas? No, the knowledge gained from the dramas is a bonus. I have information that is from the most reliable of sources. You're finished, dear. Huh? Oh, wait! Mrs. Smith! Mrs. Smith! She's left. Mrs. Smith has taken more of a liking to her eldest son Trevor's wife, Marion, than I. It seems like the two of them sometimes go shopping together. I'm an outcast. That in and of itself would be fine, but being shunned, hated, and apparently even suspected of adultery is something else. I wonder what she means. She said she has information that's from the most reliable of sources. I've actually never had an affair, so that information is definitely more wrong than anything else in existence. I'm just sad to be suspected of such treason. Who should I talk to about this pain? I'm completely alone. I don't have a single person I can talk to. Wait, come to think of it, maybe there is one. Given the situation, I decided it was time to talk to that individual and ask for help. Once I made that decision, I somehow felt more reassured and positive. I will not lose. Troublebusters, initiate! Later on, my mother-in-law announced that she was going to hold a screening of the surveillance cameras. And not only did she invite my husband Seth and Mr. Smith, but also Marion to our house, and she seemed very proud. Well, everyone, thank you for coming to the screening of Melanie's Adultery, the movie. Mrs. Smith, I've told you many times that I am not cheating on Seth. I wonder, though. This is something Seth often shares with me, you see. Your dissatisfaction.
Did I tell you anything?
Yes, you did, son. I told you. At the beginning of last month when you came home drunk and alone.
Oh, no, that was not about Melanie.
Seth?
No, Melanie, I did not say stuff like that.
Well, that doesn't matter now. Anyway, let's all watch Melanie's scenes of adultery together. But where are these surveillance cameras? Right here. What? That's where it was hidden? I can't believe it. And it's a handheld camera? When? How? You always go shopping Wednesday mornings, right? While you were away, I just did some snippety-snap and ta-da! But I always lock the door and make sure everything is completely shut before going out. I have a spare key. Seth gave it to me. Seth gave... When did you make a duplicate key?
Well, see, yeah, just in case someone needed a spare or something.
Anyway, let's have a look at what it captured. Extra, extra! The reveal of the melodramatic scenes of Melanie's adultery.
Hold it right there. There's no need to watch that video there.
Uh-huh. And why is that, son?
Because she's not the kind of woman who would have an affair.
Oh, Seth.
That's why there's no need to watch that video.
You really seem to despise the idea of watching it, huh? If it doesn't show anything, it's fine not to show it at all. Enough bullshit now. I shall push play.
No, wait. Mom, please wait.
What? Miss Marion? Oh. This is Seth and Miss Marion? What does all of this mean? Wait, what? What the? Seth cheating?
Please stop the video. Melanie, turn it off, please.
Fell as far as you could go, eh, son? Melanie, dear, you must be feeling billions more times disgusted discovering this bullshit. Seth, Marion, you two are coming to my house for a moment.
Dad, no, this is not.
Shut up and come with me. If you got things to say, I'll listen to everything and beyond once we get home.
The screening revealed something completely unexpected. I had no idea that Seth had such an, for lack of a better word, intimate relationship with Marion. The stage then moved to my in-laws' house, and a grand interrogation was held against Seth and Marion.
Before we start, I have a favor to ask. If possible, please keep this a secret between the five of us here.
Does that mean you don't want your brother to know? What a selfish bastard.
Call me what you want. Have you any idea what my brothers say to Marion and I if he were to discover our relationship? It wasn't Marion's fault, so...
If I may, it's already too late. I contacted Mr. Trevor about 10 minutes ago. See? What?
Seth, Marion.
It is Trevor! Oh shit! This is bad!
Honey!
Hey, Melanie! What did you call him?
Angry now, are we?
Both of you. You really did something amazing, didn't you? This is a complete act of betrayal.
Shit! It's all your fault, Melanie! You brought this on us!
Putting the blame on me, despite your status as someone who had an affair? Ugh, you're disgusting.
You know, this kind of thing is the fault of the people getting cheated on!
I see. So does that mean it's my fault that my wife cheated on me, too?
No, well, see...
By the way, who invited whom in the first place?
It was Marion who...
What are you talking about? I refused with all my might, but you forced yourself on me.
Eh? That's completely different from what I remember. This damn femme fatale seduced me and...
You bastard! He had eyes for me, and I was also a little tipsy when it all happened, and one thing led to another. He had grasped my weaknesses.
I did not grasp your weaknesses. You were very willing to go along with it too.
In any case, you were both dissatisfied with your marriage. That's right, eh?
Dissatisfaction? Why were you frickin' dissatisfied? You've never behaved like you were dissatisfied before, Seth. Because he gets bored easily, just like when he was a child. He must have gotten tired of you too, Melanie. You! That is not true, is it?
I don't deny it.
What the actual... hold on now, you deny that, please?
If you were going to have an affair, you'd probably gonna go to a hotel or something. Why did you have to do it at Melanie's house? Very bold, I must say. No, Dad, hold on. I think the act of bringing an unfaithful partner into your home is rather a standard among standards. Bring an extraordinary person into an ordinary place where you spend your everyday life. People get excited about that, right, Seth? Bro, answer honestly.
Well, you seem to know a lot. Are you cheating on Marion too, dude?
Like hell I am, scumbag!
Damn, bro, you're so boring. Hey, why is there such a fuss over something like an affair?
Zero frickin' remorse, eh? Seth, I bet you were justifying your own cheating by blaming only me for your daily ruts, eh?
What's wrong with a man cheating on his wife? It's your fault for not fulfilling your role as my wife.
I can't believe it. We're divorcing. Tomorrow. No, right away. And you, Marion, why don't you explain to Trevor, eh? What was it about your life with Trevor that caused you to have an affair with his own brother? That's... because Trevor was busy every day and didn't pay attention to me.
So you mean to tell me it's my fault? Despite the fact I was working so damn hard because I wanted to give you a life you deserve?
You mean to say you wanted revenge against the person who made you feel desperately lonely? Yes, I believed Trevor was the one who did this to me, so I decided to get revenge on him by having a relationship with his younger brother.
Well now, isn't that quite smug of you?
Your smugness is also quite remarkable, Seth. After all this scandal, you told us to keep quiet to Mr. Trevor after all.
First of all, shouldn't you both show your sincerity to Miss Melanie and I?
Sincerity?
I'm asking you to sincerely apologize to Melanie and I for your wrongdoings.
Are you saying you want me to kneel down before you and apologize? Hell no!
Is this how you behave when you betray not only your wife, but also your own brother?
I'm really sorry, everyone, for causing you so much pain. I promise that the same mistake will never be made again. Shouldn't you say something like that?
I agree. Last time! Now we're even, eh?
That's it?
Hey now, wait a moment. Let's talk more calmly here. Why don't you think about it this way? Everyone here is at fault.
Excuse me?
I'm saying that it can actually be said that everyone here was at fault. Melanie made me dissatisfied with my life. Trevor couldn't satisfy Marion. That's why she betrayed him. Mom was unable to notice her dissatisfaction.
And what is my sin, eh? That I failed to notice the rift between my sons and their wives?
That's it. Everyone was at fault. That's why this situation arose. But then I realized this. If everyone agrees to lower their weapons, so to speak, everything will be resolved. Let's work together as a family to prevent the same thing from happening again in the future.
The hell do you mean, work together? It doesn't solve anything. Could you, stop trying to justify yourself with ridiculous logic?
So, Melanie, do you say that you were not at fault for anything? Oh, my husband cheated on me, but I can proudly say there's nothing wrong with me. Can you say that confidently?
What the? How in the world can you be so bullish?
Just say it. Have you done enough to keep me from cheating on you? You haven't, right? Because that's how I actually ended up having an affair.
Even if you are proud of yourself there.
What do you think, Trevor? Can you say that you have nothing to apologize for to Marion? No, you shouldn't be able to say that. After all, she was dissatisfied with you and chose to have an affair with me.
That's enough. You're not in a position to ask me that kind of thing, Seth. You destroyed my home, the bonds of my family, and the trust of brothers by blood in an instant.
But before you blame us, I'm telling you to look back at what you've done. And if you admit to your mistakes, apologize to me and Marion first.
Not only will you not apologize yourself, but you're telling us to apologize first?
I'm so done. Look, Seth, Mom and Dad are completely ashamed too. In my 71 years on this planet, today is the first time I've been this disappointed.
I never even dreamed the day would come when I would be so ashamed of my own son. Seth, you're thinking of riding this out with all your might, correct? No matter what you say now, it won't make what you two did forgotten.
Of course I don't think it's gonna be forgotten. However, the people who were cheated on are also the perpetrators.
Just admit what you did and sincerely repent it.
But, hold on! Melanie, you were having an affair too, weren't she?
Could you, not say misleading things with such a loud voice? I've never done anything of the sort.
You would grin whenever you saw a magazine with a handsome guy on the cover. And you would be entranced every time a guy you liked appeared on some talk show. Even that is enough as cheating.
That's not cheating.
I'm sure Trevor is also grinning when he likes a photo of a cute girl on Instagram, eh? That's also cheating.
Things you say, dude. I didn't think you were such a pathetic guy, Seth. I think it's time for you to come clean and admit your guilt. You're disgusting.
Mr. Trevor?
Trevor?
I won't deny the possibility that we were at fault, but once you cheat for that very reason, you are no longer qualified to negotiate with me as equal people. As I said earlier, Seth, you are no better than a mouse. You atone for your sins and return to being a normal, sane human being.
Atone for my sins?
Miss Melanie and I can demand alimony from both of you. Well, it's probably around $30,000 at most.
What?
That's $30,000!
The cost of hurting us is expensive, people.
There's no way I can pay alimony. First of all, it's not just my fault, so why am I obligated to pay alimony?
Since you hurt multiple people with that affair of yours, it's only natural that you should pay compensation.
Marion also cheated, so it wouldn't be unfair for y'all to demand alimony only from me.
Of course you both have an obligation to pay. What? I have to pay too? Seth, do something.
The money? Then, if we don't get divorced, I won't have to pay alimony, right?
I cannot continue my married life with this much ridicule already behind us. Seth, I believed in you and loved you with all my heart and soul. However, after you not only cheated on me, but put the blame of your own actions on me, my pride as a woman and as a wife has been hurt deeply. Please divorce me.
Hey, Melanie, I was wrong. Please, just stop with the divorce and demanding me alimony. I'll never cheat again, promise.
I don't know what's going on in society, but I would personally never trust anything said by someone who has cheated on me even once.
That would be too narrow-minded of you. Everyone makes mistakes. It is important to forgive mistakes and encourage a fresh start. Am I saying anything wrong?
Everyone makes mistakes, of course, I admit that, but that and refusing to forgive you, who cheated on me willingly, are two different ball games.
There ain't no way such convenience.
I don't need you to tell me anything.
Hey, Melanie, I regret it too, you know. I kept on telling myself, if only I hadn't fallen to Marian's seduction at that time.
Hey, what are you saying all of a sudden? Could you please not make it sound like I seduced you?
I was tricked, you see. Marian just used me as a tool to relieve her frustration and lust.
I'll say those exact words back at you, bitch. How unsightly. Could you please push the blame onto each other elsewhere? In any case, I will definitely get myself a divorce, and I'll make sure to squeeze as much alimony as I can out of you two pricks.
Listen, Melanie, please. Think about this, okay? This is my first offense, see? There should only be a period of probation for that.
It depends on the content of the crime.
Trevor!
I have no intention of imposing a period of probation this time. Don't you dare think you'll be forgiven just because it's your first time.
What can I say to make you reconsider? Melanie, it's true, I cheated on you, but the only woman I truly love is you, Melanie. Believe me, please.
If you really loved someone, can you even cheat on them in the first place? You know that if you do that, the other person will be deeply hurt.
I guess they only loved us enough not to exclude affairs from the equation.
Trevor, you just shut up. Melanie, believe me, please. I love you from the bottom of my heart. You're the best woman for me.
That means there are numbers 2 and 3 and onward.
I thought I told you to shut up. Don't get carried away. You understand too, right? There is no man who doesn't cheat. Men are the creatures that cheat on their women.
Enough bullshit! There are men who don't cheat. Don't you dare try to get men into your pod. It's just that you, a man, were the worst kind of creature who would go about cheating.
Trying to concoct a theory that sounds plausible or trying to make a case for it, disgusting is an understatement. I can't trust people like that. People who are used to cheating are so much better at making excuses. Seth, I'm just sure you'll cheat on me again and again.
Don't say it like you've seen it. That's not true. I will never, never cheat again. I won't do it, and that's why I'm telling you to forgive me just this once.
Hey now, Seth, leave it. Leave it at that. The less remorse you display in your behavior, the worse your position will become, you know.
Huh? The hell do you mean?
Take it literally. Something I noticed too. Why can't you, who's been here all this time, notice?
That's why I'm asking what you're talking about.
That handheld camera over there. That's the same one that's been recording your abominations with Marion, eh? It's still running and recording this whole thing.
What?
Isn't that so, Mom?
So you did notice. That's right. I secretly kept it recording, thinking it would be proof of something.
That's what I mean. Is there something else you want to say?
Finally, please properly admit your fault, both of you.
I'm sorry for cheating on you.
I'm so sorry.
Melanie, I apologize, so please, enough with the alimony. Melanie, please.
After that, my divorce with Seth was successfully finalized. Of course, Trevor and Marion also got a divorce. I received ample alimony from both traders, and I have nothing else to say. I still have a life ahead of me. I'll definitely find someone much better than Seth, and I'll be happy this time. Trouble Busters!